welcome back to another episode of Miss Honey's Adventures to the Past. But before I step out of the... What's this car called? DeLorean. I've got Mr. Smith and Mr. Everett and Ground Control ISB helping me out here. I'd like to show you what we will be celebrating. Ta-da! Brunei's 38th National Day, which will fall next week on the 23rd of February. Here we see this year's logo that was posted on the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports Instagram page a couple of nights ago. They were kind enough to repost this in English so that it can be featured in today's special activity. Let me read out their statement on this year's logo and the significance of each symbol. We are pleased to inform the logo of the 38th National Day celebration of Brunei Darussalam year 2022. The logo in the shape of a flower that symbolizes the national spirit, unity, and cooperation of the people in the development of the nation state. Brunei Darussalam will remain a sovereign and independent country with people who always support its sovereignty and adhere to the Malay Islamic monarchy philosophy. This logo is the work of Yang Mulia Awangku Muhammad Haziq bin Pangeran Abdul Aziz, who has won the logo competition for the 38th National Day of Brunei Darussalam 2022. Well done, Awangku Muhammad Haziq. Each element has a significance. For example, you can see the crest of Brunei Darussalam, the 7 flower petals that symbolizes the 7 ethnic groups united to defend the country and achieve the Brunei Vision 2035. This flower has got 2 colors representing pre-independence and post-independence generations who play an important role in the national development. Then we have the 3 leaves that symbolizes the 3 goals of Brunei Vision 2035. That is to have educated, skilled, and successful people, higher quality of life, and a dynamic, sustainable economy. Then we move on to the 8 outer petals of the blossoming flower. This symbolizes the dynamics of Brunei. When they're all gathered together, the 3 leaves and the 8 flower petals means that the country has been independent for 35 years. What was that, Mr. Smith? Let's get on with the time travel adventure. Yeah, you got it. So here we are in 1984, the year of Brunei's first Independence Day. Let's take a stroll down memory lane with these photos from the archive of the Brunei History Center. But wait, just before that, before we sit back and enjoy these pictures, let me tell you briefly about what was it like before independence. Way back when Brunei entered into an agreement to come under British protection in 1888, it was to ensure its own political survival. So with piracy and rebellion threatening the internal order of the kingdom and Sarawak's White Raja wanting to invade the borders, Sultan Hashim Jalilul Alam Ahmadin asked the British government for help to stop the rapid decline of Brunei's territory. The road to independence began in 1959 when the Constitution Agreement was signed with the UK, abolishing residency and providing internal self-rule, with Britain remaining in charge of defense and foreign affairs. Following treaties with the United Kingdom in 1971 and 1979 set the timeline for independence, with Brunei to gain full control over its affairs on January 1st, 1984. Now, this is where it gets exciting. Reading the proclamation of independence at 12:01 a.m. on that day, His Majesty Sultan Haji Hasnal Bolkiah Muizzaddin Wat Daulah, the Sultan and Yang di-Pertuan of Brunei Darussalam, declared, "The time has now arrived when Brunei Darussalam will resume full international responsibility as a sovereign and independent nation in the community of nations."
Negara Brunei Darussalam adalah dengan izin serta limpah kurnia Allah Subhanahu wa taala akan untuk selama-lamanya kekal menjadi sebuah negara Melayu Islam beraja yang merdeka, berdaulat dan demokratik, bersendikan kepada ajaran-ajaran agama Islam menurut ahli sunnah wal jamaah dan dengan berasaskan keadilan dan amanah dan kebebasan dan dengan petunjuk serta keredaan Allah Subhanahu wa taala jua akan sentiasa berusaha pada memperolehi ketentraman dan keselamatan, kebajikan serta kebahagiaan bagi rakyat beta, dan demikian juga pemeliharaan perhubungan persahabatan di kalangan antara bangsa atas dasar saling menghormati terhadap kemerdekaan, kedaulatan, persamaan dan keutuhan wilayah bagi semua negara yang bebas dari campur tangan dari luar negeri.
After the proclamation was read, His Majesty's father, Almarhum Sultan Haji Omar Ali Saifuddin Sa'dul Khairi Waddin, led 3 chants of Allahu Akbar among the crowd of thousands gathered at the Padang. Sounds of the Hajra echoed through the field, and as a 21-gun salute was fired to mark the occasion.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
I know I sound emotional, guys, right now, but watching this with you is making me remember seeing it live on TV at your age, knowing that it was an incredibly important moment in Brunei history. Despite heavy rain that night, the capital, Bandar Seri Begawan, was filled to the brim with people spilling out of the Padang and Soas Mosque, offering prayers for a smooth transition. Although Brunei declared its independence on January 1st, the date for National Day was set as February 23rd, 1984, with nationwide celebrations planned at Hasnal Bolkiah National Stadium. So, 54 days later, in totally contrasting hot and sunny weather, a huge spectacle was ready to mark Brunei's first National Day. Okay, now children, I'm going to leave you with a few video clips of the grand celebrations of our first National Day parade for you to enjoy. Since this is a well-being activity, I'd love for you to go off and have a conversation with mum and dad, grandma and grandpa. Show them the video if you like, and tell them about what you saw. If you come from Brunei, it's highly likely that your parents remember these celebrations, and your grandparents may have probably participated in them. If you're not from Brunei, then hopefully this will help you start up a conversation about your own country's history. Posting any comments or findings is totally optional. The most important thing is that you have that conversation, and I really, really hope you enjoyed what you saw.
I had a conversation with my Nini Aki. That's what I call my grandpa. I asked him if he participated during the Merdeka night. My Nini said he watched it live on TV and shouted Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, along with His Majesty's father. He was 39 years old when Brunei achieved Merdeka. Now he is 76 years old.
This has been Miss Honey. Over and out.